Longsword. The longsword was one of the most widely used weapons in medieval Europe, especially between the 14th and 16th centuries. It featured a straight, double-edged blade and a grip long enough to allow the sword to be used with one or two hands. This design gave the wielder flexibility in combat, allowing both powerful swings and controlled thrusts. Knights and trained soldiers practiced detailed fighting techniques that used the sword's length and balance to their advantage. In armored battles, fighters often aimed precise thrusts at small openings in armor, such as the joints or visor. Katana. The katana is the traditional sword most closely associated with the samurai of feudal Japan. It has a single-edged blade with a gentle curve, designed for smooth and efficient cutting. Japanese swordsmiths developed complex forging methods that involved folding and layering steel to strengthen the blade while keeping it flexible. The katana was worn with the edge facing upward, which allowed the samurai to draw and strike in a single motion. Beyond its practical use, the sword also held deep cultural importance and was often seen as a symbol of the samurai's honor and discipline. Rapier. The rapier emerged in Europe during the Renaissance, a period when sword fighting began to shift away from heavy battlefield weapons. It has a long, narrow blade designed mainly for thrusting attacks rather than cutting. Many rapiers include an intricate guard made of curved metal bars that protect the hand during fast exchanges. The weapon became closely tied to dueling and civilian self-defense, especially among nobles and wealthy citizens. Over time, rapier fencing developed into a refined martial art focused on precision, timing, and control. Scimitar. The scimitar is a curved sword traditionally associated with the Middle East and parts of Central Asia. Its blade curves forward, creating a shape that is especially effective for slicing motions. Warriors often used this type of sword in mounted combat, where the curved blade could deliver powerful cuts while riding past an opponent. The design allowed the blade to maintain contact through the strike, increasing the cutting efficiency. Variations of the scimitar appeared across different cultures, but the general curved shape remained its defining feature. Claymore. The claymore is a large two-handed sword that originated in Scotland. It features a long straight blade and a distinctive crossguard with arms that angle downward toward the blade. Scottish Highland warriors carried claymores into battle, where the weapon's length allowed them to strike from a greater distance than many other swords. The size of the claymore gave it significant cutting power, but it also required strength and training to handle properly. In open battlefield conditions, the sword could dominate close combat through reach and momentum. Saber. The saber is a curved sword designed mainly for slashing attacks, and it became strongly connected with cavalry warfare. Its single-edged blade allowed soldiers on horseback to strike quickly while passing an opponent at speed. The curvature of the blade helped the sword cut smoothly without getting stuck during the motion of the swing. Sabers became standard weapons for many military cavalry units across Europe and Asia, particularly from the 18th through the 19th centuries. Even today, the basic design survives in modern fencing as a sport weapon. Gladius. The gladius was the primary sword used by Roman legionaries during the height of the Roman Empire. Compared to many other swords, it was relatively short, with a straight, double-edged blade designed for thrusting. Roman soldiers fought in tight formations behind large shields, known as scutums, which created a defensive wall. From behind these shields, a legionary could quickly step forward and deliver a short, powerful stab with the gladius. This method proved extremely effective in organized infantry combat and helped contribute to the success of Roman military tactics. Zweihander. The zweihander was a massive two-handed sword used in parts of Europe during the 16th century. Its name literally means two-hander, reflecting the fact that it required both hands to control its large blade. The sword was often carried by specialized soldiers who fought on the front lines of infantry formations. One of their roles was to disrupt enemy pike formations by pushing aside or cutting through the long spears used by opposing troops. Because of its size and weight, the zweihander demanded significant strength and skill, but in the right hands it could dramatically change the flow of a battle.